Here we are. We've started Module 1 of 325, and I'm sure some of you have already had a jump start on the readings and have looked at the discussion and assignments for this week. I just want to kind of summarize and open up possible different avenues of thinking with regards to our two main areas for this week. First, I'd like to talk about the impact of organized crime. It's, as I mentioned in the welcoming announcement, organized crime typically can have an impact both on the national security and on the local level. It weakens our economy, such as tax evasion and the sale of goods that are traditionally regulated by the government, such as tobacco or drugs. And I'm talking about the prescription medication or alcohol. We're probably very familiar of the Prohibition era, where alcohol was created in drums behind people's homes or in the woods. The toxicity of that alcohol was much higher, and the potency was higher, that could cause physical damage to our bodies. The federal government regulates alcohol now and puts a cap on the proof of that alcohol so that it doesn't harm consumers. Excuse me. Secondly, as it relates to national security, there's significant evidence that organized crime has strong relationships with terrorist organizations. Most terrorist organizations, they're not manufacturing their own arms, and their revenue is not created in a vacuum. Al-Qaeda was known for developing the poppy and producing opium, and then shipping that pure opium off to other facilities to turn it into heroin. Secondly, there's the concept of arms and the sale of illegal arms. The IRA, the Irish Republican Army, a well-known terrorist organization in Northern Ireland, received much of its weapons from organized crime, and kind of like if you've ever watched Sons of Anarchy, the Hells Angels that television show is recreated on, did a lot of the sales here in the United States and acquired a lot of the weapons. So the second part of the week is the history of organized crime here in the United States. And I don't want to give away too much of what I'm asking you to read for this week and discuss, but it's important to note that organized crime in the United States has been here for centuries. Leading scholars on the topic have compared organized crime to piracies and pirates and bandits. All of these weakened the economy of the early colonists and were very organized in their approach to their criminal activities. It's also should be noted that organized crime is typically lacks an ideology, say, as a terrorist organization, but it is very ethnically situated. Most organizations within the organized crime world tend to be associated with one organization or another. For example, La Cosa Nostra, which is in the Italian mafia, the Yakuza, which is the Japanese mafia. It's important to get a firm understanding of the history of organized crime, and it helps us expand our discussions over the next 5 weeks. So if you have any questions outside of the readings that you were looking for more clarification, please feel free to post in one of the comments that I'll be posting throughout the week. Again, I look forward to working with you, and if you have any questions, reach out to me.